So those who were missed on that day, I will give you the link, which we have the previous code. You can take that previous code, and then we will do some more changes in that link. Okay, let me give you. Okay, one second. This is a link list. I will paste it in the chat. This pre-conference call chat. You have to go through the link, and you have to copy this code which was done before, and we'll do on top of it. We'll do some functionality today. So here we have the node. So whenever we create a linked list, we have the node. In the node, we set a value and the next. So always linked list has a node which has a value and the next. So if we have to draw this, okay, let me draw linked list again. So here we have a head of the linked list, and then we have the node. These are the nodes. So head is pointing to node, and node has a value and a pointer which it is pointing to. So 1 is pointing to 2, 2 is pointing to 3, and the value is right now here numeric, but it can be string, it can be object, it can be anything. And they said 3 is pointing to null. So in this linked list, you should know how to add element from the beginning, how to add elements from the end, how to remove elements from the end, how to remove elements from the beginning, how to add a node anywhere, how to traverse the linked list from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to null, how to traverse a linked list, how to check the size of the linked list. These are the basic operations on the linked list, and there will be there are 5-6 problems which generally comes for interview. We will prepare for that also. So on that day, if you go here, we have completed the size part and the push part of the linked list, adding from the beginning, getting the last part, traversing the linked list, clear the linked list. So we'll be going through other functions today. So next function is pop. Let's go to pop and see how to remove the element from the end of the linked list. So we have to remove the element from the end of the linked list. So let's go with this one today. So what we have to do, let me create the task again. So this is the head, and it is pointing to node 1, then 2, then 3, and then 4. And 4. And this is pointing to null. Now we have to remove. Pop means what? In array, we have seen the pop means removing from the end of the array. So here, what we will do, we will create two variables. One is called the previous, and one is called the current or next. One is called the previous, and one is the, you can name anything. Let's call it node. Next or previous. One is the previous. Previous will point to the head. Head is this one, right? So previous will point to head, and this node will point to the next of the head. That is this one. And then we will go forward. So previous will go to this, and then node will go to this. Then previous will go to this, and the node will go to this. Then previous will go to this, and then node will go to null. So when node is null, we have to return the previous. Because when node reaches the null, previous will reach to this number, and then we have to return this previous one. So that is the idea behind removing the. So let's see how to implement it. So this is the linked list. So you will help me in moving the code. So what will be the first line of the pop? Can anyone tell me what is the first line of the pop? What should we check? I told you the idea, but that idea will come. Yeah.
This dot head should be assigned to node.
Node, right. Actually, this dot head should be assigned. This dot head should be assigned to previous, and node is this dot head dot next. So this dot head dot next is the node. But before that, we have to consider two more cases. What are the two cases? Let's draw that also. Let me draw some of the two edge cases which we have to do. Let's say head is initial level, it is pointing to null. So there is nothing yet, any item in the head. So we don't have any last item. So if we don't have any last item, we cannot return anything. So here first check will be if there are no items in list. So the head will be null. So I can say if not this dot head, that means when the head is null, then return null. So we don't have to go further if head is not there, means nothing is there. So what will return? This is the first case. Second case will be when head has only one element, head is pointing to one node, which is for example 1, and this is pointing to null. So, so this one is something, this one is only one node. So we have to just put a special case for that also. If list has only one node. So I'll say if not this dot head dot next. So that means head is there, but head dot next is null. Head dot next is null. This is null. This is head, and head dot next is null. So if only one element is there, that means head dot next will be null. Then what I will do, I will just say current is equal to this dot head. Current is this dot head, and I will return the current. I have to return this only, the head, which is as one element. But after returning this, I have to clear the head. So clear the head means I can set this dot head equal to null. So I have to make this dot head equal to null. So this dot head equal to null is in this function also. So I can also call this function, or I can write this dot head equal to null. Either way is fine. Let's call this function this dot clear. Clear means it will make the head equal to null. Because we have already returned the head, the last element, we have to take this out and make this head null. So I'll just say this dot clear and return current. Is that clear, this step? Any question on this step? Okay, let's go further now. So now, as I told you, I have to create two variables. One will be the previous, which will be pointing to this dot head, and then another will be, you can name it anything, node, next, anything. Let's name it as node. This will point to this dot head dot next. So this will be moving fast, one step ahead, and this will be going one step less. When this will become null, that means it has reached the last point, and then we will return the previous. So we have to go through till we have something in the node dot next. So we have to go through till we have something in the node dot next. So let me put while condition in a bit. Right now I will just putting one, but I will change it to something which makes sense. So what I will do every time I have to jump, previous to next. So this is the previous, this is the next. So I can also say previous equal to node, because that means previous is jumping to next. And then I will update node will also jump one level here. Let me draw it again so it will be clear. So this is head, this is 1, 2, and 3. Currently previous is here and node is here. Let's make few more. So if I assign previous equal to node, that means previous is jumping to here. And node has to jump here. So previous is equal to node when I say, that means previous is jumping to this, because node is the next element. And node should jump to node dot next. So node will jump to here. Then previous will be assigned to node, that means previous will jump to here. And node will jump to here. Then previous will jump to here. And node will jump to here. And after that it's a null. So node has jumped to here and previous has jumped here. So now previous will jump to node, right? That means here. And node will jump to here. So node is now jumping here. That means this is the last element, and then we have to return the previous one. Okay, so let's see what we have to do here. So previous equal to node equal to node dot next. So this is called the jumping. Now we have to see the end result. Let me draw this one more time with 1, 2 elements. So it will be easy for us to understand what's going on. Previous is pointing to this now, and node is pointing to this one. So yeah, while we are creating the previous, when we have to point. Okay, sorry. There's some change. Previous will jump here, and node will jump here. Node will jump here. Okay. This is correct. Till now it is correct. Only thing we have to take the condition. What condition we will put here, so we are done with it. So let me refresh one more time, because there is some change in return element. So this is the previous. This is the node. Let's create 4 items, so it will be easy to understand. Okay, so this is pointing to previous. This is pointing to node. Previous will jump here. Node will jump here. So previous is here now. Node is here. Previous will jump here, and node will jump here. Then previous will jump. Okay, till now here we have to go till now, till this point. We don't have to go more. Previous should not go here. Now what happens when node dot next? When node dot next is null, we will return the node. Okay, so return the node means that my last element is returned. But when I return the last element, we have to actually delete this element. We have to delete this element. So we will point this previous to null. That means this will get deleted. So when previous will go to node, node will go to node.next. Till when we have to go? Till we have something in the next element. When we don't have anything in the next element, that means we don't have to go further. We have something in the next element. So that means we will say when node.next is there, something is there in the next element. Till then we have to loop through. And if nothing is there here, that means node has reached to this point and previous has reached to this point. Then what we have to do? We have to make previous.next equal to null, and we have to return the node. So how this is working, this part is important. Let's go through it again. It's little tricky. So head is there, and we are creating different element. And we'll walk through, and you tell me what's happening. I will create many elements to understand how things are working. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we have 9 elements. Now let's go to the step number 1. I will put steps. Step number 1. I am assigning previous to head. Can anyone tell me where the previous is pointing now? If I assign previous to head, what will be the first value of previous? What will be the first value of the previous? Previous is assigned to head. So is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? What is the value of previous? Yeah, head is there, but I want a number. What is the value? Head is there. I'm showing it here. It's a head. But what will be the value of the previous? If I say previous dot val value, what will be it? Let me see. 1. Only one person has answered it. And I want answer from everyone. What will be the value of previous in the first step? I assigned the previous to head and the node to head.next. So what will be the previous in this figure? What will be the previous value? Okay, only one is answering. I want answer from everyone. If I do now previous dot val, then what will become in the first step? What will be the value of the previous? Any answer? What will be the value of previous? I assigned previous to head. Now head is pointing to 1. So what will be the previous value of previous? One. Okay, so let's put it 1. And node is assigned to this dot head dot next. So what will be the value of node? 2. So that means node is here. Okay, let's put it here. Previous is 1, node is 2. Now, as while loop will go, I will assign previous to node. Okay, so let's go to step 2. Now, previous is equal to node. So, what will be the value of the previous now when I run this step? Okay, 2. So, previous has gone to 2. And when I run this step, node equal to node dot next, what will be the value of node? 3. Okay. Now I check if node dot next is there or not. Node is now 3. We have to check node dot next is there or not. Let's check the node dot next. Node is now 3 as per my diagram. Node is 3 and previous is 2 as per the diagram. Now I will check whether node dot next exists or not. Is it existing or not? Yes, it is existing. Yes. So I will go again to step 3. So I'll again go into the loop. I will make previous equal to node. Node is currently 3. So if I make previous equal to node, what will be the value of previous? 3. So previous will go now to 3 and node will go to node dot next. So what will be the value of node? 4. Now I will check if node dot next exists or not. Node is now here, previous is here. I will check if node dot next exists. Yes, it exists. Since it exists, so we have to go the loop again. Let's go to step 4. Okay. Now previous will become what? Previous will become 4 and node will become 5. And then I will check if it exists or no. It exists or no. Yes. So previous will become this, node will become this, and I'll check if node dot next is there. Yes, it is there. So I'll move it. Then I'll go to step number 5. Previous will become 5, node will become 6. I will check it exists. Yes. And I'll go to step number 6. Previous will become 6, node will become number 7. Because of this line, it will become 7, and I'll check yes, it exists. Then I'll go to step number 7. Previous will go to 7, node will go to number 8. Now I'll check if it exists. Node has become here and previous is 7. Node dot next exists? Yes, 9 is still there. So I'll go yes. Let's go to step number 8. Previous will become 8, node will become 9. Then I'll check. Previous has become this, node has become 9. Whether node dot next exists? Now previous has reached here, node has reached here. Whether node dot next exists or no? We have reached to this point. Whether node dot next exists or no? Yes or no? I don't see any answer. We have reached to this point. Okay, you are typing, but I'm not able to see. Okay, sorry, I didn't scroll. Okay, so no, it doesn't exist. Okay, so now it doesn't exist. Node dot next doesn't exist. That means this will become false. So it doesn't exist. That means it will come out of the loop. So when it will come out of the loop, we have the last value, which is previous equal to 8 and node equal to 9. This will be the final value which we get. Node is 9, and previous is 8. Now we want pop means we want this last element. So I will return this node, which I am returning it here. Okay, and also I have to delete this part because after I remove this, I want to delete this part so that this previous should point to null. So I'm doing previous dot next equal to null. So after this statement, previous dot next equal to null, this will get deleted and previous will point to null, and user will get this 9 number in the return at the pop. So when you do in the array also, when you do array dot pop, you will get the last element, and last element is deleted from the array. Same thing will happen here. This node will be returned, that is the 9th element, and this previous dot next, that is this 8 number, will point to null. So it will get deleted. This one will get deleted. So let's try to run this and see if we're getting correct value. So here we have the list. Let me add 9 element, 7, 8, and then one more, 9. I will add 9, and then I will list the head. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, let's take the last element here. So we are checking the last element here. Let's do till here, then we will do. Let's go more 0, 1. So here you will see the last value is 9, and we have head with pointing to 1 to pointing to 2, 2 is pointing to 3, 3 is pointing to blah blah blah. Let me comment this also now. Let me comment this also. Okay, we need to see this one. Okay, so let's uncomment this one. So you will see the return is the return is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. Now we will run the pop. Okay, let's run the pop. And after I run the pop, I will run the list again. So let's do list.pop, and I will do it in variable to see what value we are getting. And after we run the pop, we will run the traverse again to see whether list is properly, this 9 is properly removed or not. So traverse again. So here is the before one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. Pop, we popped it, so value 9 is removed. And then again I traverse the list, I am getting till 8. If I do this multiple times, 1, 2, 3, I do 4 times total. So let's see what's going on. So 4 is removed, 9, 8, 7, 6 is removed. The last element which we remove is 6 number. This is the 6 number, and we are getting this final. Any questions on this pop? We are done with the pop. I'm commenting it because we don't want to run it again. Okay, so let me update the file on the server. So you can go there and you can check it. So hope pop is clear. Let's see if we have anything simple for today. We'll do that also. Okay, let me see which one is next simple. Okay. Okay, so let's do one more gate, and I want you to do that this gate one. So in the gate, I will pass the index, and I want to get that element. So for example, this, if you consider in array world, index of this is 0, index of this is 1, it starts with 0. So if I pass 2 in the index, I should get this 3 number value. Okay, so that's the task. So I will pass the index. You have to look through the whole chain. You have to traverse it like we're traversing here. We have to traverse the whole node, whole list. And if particular index is matching with the index which is passed, you should give that result. So for example, if I do like this, constant result equal to list dot get, if I pass 2, I should get this 3 number, right? So index start with 0, 1, 2, 3. So I want you to work on the gate one and give me in 2 minutes or 3 minutes, give me your solution of gate. So you know how to traverse a linked list. Only thing here, you have to pass the index, and every time you have to check if index is properly matched, then you have to give me that result. So I'll give you 2 3 minutes to finish this gate function. Will you be able to do? Okay, try it. Okay. In 2 minutes, I want solution from everyone. Okay, anyone having the solution for this one? So here also, maybe you can paste your solution. I will start with my solution here also. So I will check if there is no head. So if there is no head, nothing is there. So anything you pass you will get return null because you don't have anything in the head. If this dot head is not there, then we'll return null. We'll create one counter which will be 0, and we will also create one pointer. I will type it as current equal to this dot head. So this will move from one level to 2 to 3, 3 to 4. It will go from first to end. And what I will do, I will travel while current is there. That means something is there in the head or something is there in the current. I will go through this while loop and I will always say current is equal to current dot next. So every time this is a looping. So let me draw again this one. So I have head here pointing to this one. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say 4, and this is pointing to null. So I will check if current is initially I will make this current equal to head. So current is here. So I'll check if right now I'm not checking, I'm traversing. Current will point to current dot next. So current will move here. Now this current will become to current dot next. Current dot next is this one. So current will move here. Then again current will become current dot next. So current will move here. Then I'll check if current dot next is there, not there. So I will come out of the loop. So till we have the current, we will go through the loop. And I will also increase the counter. I will also increase the counter every time to one more. Okay, so every time we are traversing, I will update the counter to one more. And here I will check if index, whatever index you are passing, is equal to counter. If it is equal to counter, then I will return the current. So if I pass 0, so I will get this one. If I pass 1, I will get this one. If I pass 2, I will get this one. So when index is equal to the counter, I will return the current value. And if we pass something index which is greater, which is not there, then we will return null. So if we get the match, we will return it here. And if we don't get match, we will return null in the end. So if we run now, I'm calling the get on this one. So let's do the console.log of result. So if you see, the result is node 3, 0, 1, 2. I passed 2 number, 2 is nothing but 3. So this is what we are doing get. So go through this all the things which we are doing, because after I'm done with this, and this, and this, after I'm done with this, then I will take a test where you have to write all the functions without looking. So all the functions you have to by heart after we are done with this one. Okay, so let's me do this one. Okay, I'm done with this one. Any questions on this one? Or we should move forward? Okay, let's go to the React part now. We are done with the linked list today. So what we did the get and the pop. We did today linked list, get and pop. Now React is. Last time we installed the Redux. Okay, in the React we installed the Redux. Installation is done. Now we will see how to integrate Redux in code. So for Redux, we need two things. We need the action file and we also need the reducer. From the action file, I will dispatch something which matches the type of whatever we have mentioned in the reducer. And then reducer will capture it. So for example, in the action, I'll create one dummy function. So how to dispatch here in the action, we will create a function inside that function, we will return another function, and this function has parameter called a dispatch. It has another parameter also called the get state, which I will talk later, but currently just concentrate on the dispatch. And here I will dispatch with the type. I have to put some type here and I have to put some payload. So when I put some type here, this type should match whatever is written in reducer, like set count or set increment count or set decrement count. I can call any of this type which I have mentioned in the reducer. Otherwise, it will go waste. It will have no meaning. So I have to pass any of this one. For example, I am passing set count in the type, and payload. I want to put payload how much count I want. Let's say I put 100. So when I say dispatch of set count, it will go to the reducer. It will match the type with this object, and then it will update the count with the payload which I am passing. So action and reducer go hand in hand. So whatever reducer you create, like these three functions which we have created, all the three should have appropriate action for it. Otherwise, if I don't create any action for decrement, then this function is useless. It will not be used. So whatever you create key value pair, for each key you have to create an action so that we can take use of that reducer. So in this case, if I have to fix this one, so one of the action I have to create for the count. So let's make this some decent meaningful name. I will put set count. I will just put set count, and user will pass the count here, and this count I will update in the payload. So user can call the set count function, and then it will pass the count here, and in the dispatch we will pass the count as a payload with the type of set count. Is this part clear? Only this part. So just remember, we have to create action based on the reducer, and all action should match the reducer type, whichever type is there in the reducer, so that we can take use of that reducer. So whenever we want to set this count, whenever we want to call the set count, we will call this function. I'll pass the some number, and this will dispatch with the type of set count and payload of the count, and this payload is updated here. So this is something the dummy. I have to also create these two functions here in this action. Okay. So let's talk about practical thing which we have done it. Okay, this is something I'm just talking with some dummy count. So for example, we created the add topic. Here, on change of this add topic, I call this set topic. Okay, I call the set topic, and this topic is updated here. So let's say if I want to move this to my reducer, what things I will do? So I have to move this from add topic to reducer. Okay, what things we have to do? So we have to, I will write down the steps. Yeah, dispatch action. So let's try to write down the steps so we are clear what things we will do. So first thing is we will add something in reducer for add topic variable. Okay, this is the one thing we will do. We'll create action function that is in this page, action function to dispatch add topic. Okay, something we have to create here. So let's say if I want to put this topic part inside my Redux, I will first go to reducer, and I will create one more parameter here. I'll say add topic, and here I will get the arrow function, in the arrow function, I will get this two parameters, and then I will say return state, and then maybe I will call some variable called as topic. Initially it will be empty, so I will make this topic equal to action dot payload. Whatever user has passed, I will pass it as a payload in this add topic. So one point is done. We added in the reducer. So this is done. Now we have to create this action function here to call the dispatch with the type which we have mentioned, that is a add topic. So I will create a function export constant. I can name it anything. I can also, for the purpose of understanding, we can also call it as action add topic, so that we know action is created for that. We can name every function with the action, so we know this is action we have to call. And here I will pass the topic, or maybe input value. Some input value I will pass. Then I will return arrow function with the dispatch. This dispatch comes automatically from the Redux, so we don't have to worry about this one. So here I will dispatch type equal to add topic, and the topic payload equal to input. So this input we will pass it here. So when I call this function with some input, it will call this dispatch, and it will upload. It will go to the add topic, which is in my add topic here, and it will update the topic here in my state. Is that clear? This is the real world example we can add in Redux. Okay. So now we will modify this more if we are doing more complex stuff, but right now this is the logic. Let's try to do some more things. I am creating these topics and set topics, and this set topics comes in the results. Okay. Set topics is added when someone adds the topic. So let's go to add topics. So when someone will click the submit button, we update the set topics to the value which we have previously with the new value which we have. So let's try to create one more for this set topics in our action. So here also I will write down from and this submit to save the input value. So we will be having some topics list which will be called when we call handle submit. So let's go to the steps which we will do. Add type and variable in reducer, then create action for that. So first we have to add in the reducer. So I will create one more variable called as topics, which will be initially array, and then here as soon as I call the submit button, I should add it here. So it will be, maybe I can say set topics state dot and action. So here what I will get, like if we go to add topics, we are getting the topic value which user has saved it here like this, and then we add it to the previous value which we have in the topics. Same thing we have to do here in our reducer. So all the logic part will go into the reducer. So here what we will do, let's try to see the add topic. So we get the previous value. So let's do the same thing. I will create a previous value. What is the previous value? It is the previous value is in the state.topics which we have. So previous value will be, I will just do the shallow copy, state.topics. So whatever previous value I have in the topics will come in the state, and I will create a variable. I will take the state.topics. This is the previous value. Then what I do, I append with the topic. So here I will say previous value. I can write down here also minus comma topic, or I can do the push also. So I can also say dot push, and I will push the value. So what thing I have to put it here? What thing I have to push it here? This topics is nothing but we have the topics which we have the array already saved in the Redux. That is, this is the previous value. Now I have to add the new value, the topic, which we have here, the topic. We have to add that one. So what should I push here?
Action.payload.
So payload will not come here because we are just we're calling the just handle submit. Payload can be something when I pass a topic. So one thing is that I can pass the topic, but let's say I don't want to pass the topic. It should take already from this state. So payload will not be even here. When I call the set topics, I will not pass any payload because this topic is already saved here. We already have the topic value here. So payload will not even there. Though we can pass in payload also, but consider the case where I don't want to pass the payload. What should I push here?
Topic.
Topic. State.topic. Is everything this is saved in the state. So I can pass the state dot. So what we did, we took the previous topics and we pushed the state.topic, which is this topic, which is already saved when we are adding the topic. So in the set topics, we will take it from there and we can put it in previous value. So let's call the action for this one. So action will be, it will be action handle submit topic. Okay, let's put this one. I will not pass anything. I will not pass any payload also. I will just say set topics. So when I say set topics, it will go to this reducer function. It will take all the topics which we have in this topics, and then it will push the topic value which we have here, and it will update in the previous value. Now we have to return the previous state which we have, and then we have to return the topics because we are updating the topics. We have to update the topics with what? What should I pass here? What should I pass? Topics will be what? Previous value. So I have to pass the previous value here. So once this topic is added into the previous value, I have to empty this topic to this empty value. So what should I do here? What should I write here more? I also have to empty that input box because this topic is nothing but what user has put in the input box. And when he clicks the submit, handle submit button, we call this line of the code. So when he clicks handle submit, we call following function. So the topic, we have to make it empty. So we will make it empty. So once the user is added in the topics, I don't want topic to be some value. I will empty the topic. Here I have added the topic, but here I am emptying it because I want to empty the topic once user click the submit. And here, when someone changes in input box, we update the topic. So practically what we did the topics in the add topic and in the set topics, we are copied these two functions in our action with the action handle submit and action add topic, and we call appropriate reducer, which will first it will set the topic value, and then it will set the topics with the whatever value user has added it. Is this two concept clear? So I'm being practically what we did, so that so that it is a similar thing you will understand. Because if I put only the counter, you will not understand. Since counter was demo dummy purpose, let me remove this counter because it's not practical use to us. Let me remove the counter. Okay, now here in the demo, I will just put some demo code which will help me to understand how to call the action and how to call the reducer from the from our component. And I will put demo code here. This is for learning purpose. Then we will take this code and put it in our real component, which we have this one. Okay, so just now what we will we will take use of this two to action and call it from the demo one. So let's see how to call in the demo. So any questions before I move further to put it in the demo? Okay, so let's go and put it here. So to call the action, we need to import some variable. The variable is called use dispatch from React Redux. So this is the first thing which we will import it, and then I will create a variable called as dispatch equal to use dispatch. So whatever I call this use dispatch, I will call it here and put it in the dispatch variable. Since I have to call these two functions, action add topic and action handle submit topic, so let's import these two functions also, action add topic and action handle submit topic from the site action. So I call these two functions which I have to call it. So for now, we will now just see how to call these two actions. Though in the real world, we will take from the input box and then we will call it. But for now, I will just put it in the use effect to show you how it is called. So remember this, don't put in the use effect in the real world case. Here I am putting just to show you how these two are used. So for example, I want to call this add topic. So I will say action add topic. I will say dispatch of this function which we have. And here, if I go to this function, I need to pass some input value. So for example, user has put the input value of mango. So as soon as the page will load, it will call dispatch of action add topic mango, and this function will dispatch add topic and the payload input, whatever user is passing. Then it will go to the reducer. Since I am passing add topic, it will go to add topic part and it will update the topic with the whatever user has passed. In the real world, you will call the dispatch when user will try to change, when user will try to change this input box. Instead of say topic, you will call this dispatch of action at topic, this value. So we will see that part also in some time. Let's try to first see how to call in demo this dispatch at topic mango. Let me run this file and I'll show you. So instead of now in the app.js we call the home, in the home.js let's call this site demo. So Redux, go to Redux and go to site Go to site demo. Okay, I'm going to site demo now. So let's run this one. So if I open the console, as soon as the page load, you call this add topic. In the add topic, I am passing the payload of Mango and this add topic, and it goes to the our site. In the site, you will see the topic is become Mango. So in real world, we can put it in the when user will try to change the topic, we will call that. But this is how we call this one. We can call Apple also. So Apple will come here. So let me refresh. Now you will see this is Apple, and in the site we have the topic of Apple. Let's try to call this handle submit topic and see what changes we are getting. Let me create new user page, and here I will put some set timeout. So this should run after some time. Let's say it runs after 5 seconds. I call same thing, but now I will call this one and this submit topic. So after 5 seconds, we will dispatch this one and this submit topic. And what will it take? It will take the Apple part and put it in the topics list, and that's how it will do. Let me do this again. So initially it added Apple. Apple is there in the topic. And then again after 5 seconds, it called the set topics. When it calls the set topic, you will see topics has become empty and Apple has moved to the topics array. So what will happen? In the action add topic, we added the variable in the topic. But as soon as I call set topics, it will take this value and push it in the topics, and we have all the list of topics here in this topics part. So this is the demo how to really add the things in the reducer in the Redux. Now this is something a demo kind of thing, not the real case. Let's try to make it real one. So what I will do, I will copy this topic 1, all the files, and put it in the topic 4 to make it really available how to use it. So right now, first let's only change this part, input part. So as I told you, we have to first call, where is our demo file? We have to first call the dispatch part, and I'll call this in the dispatch. No, not the topic one. A topic in the topic 4, I will call the dispatch here, and then I'll go to site demo. I will call this dispatch part here. In the add topic, I will add it, dispatch, and then I have to call this part, right, this one. So when I go to this on change, in the on change, I will dispatch with this function. Let's call this function in the top. I added this topic. So instead of e.target value, I will pass it here. Okay, so what we did, when user try to change the topic, it will, instead of saving it here, we are saving it in the Redux, right? So right now, for example, I'll just remove value for some time, and I don't need this one. I will comment this part now. Okay, so everything which happens in the add topic, we are putting in the Redux. Let's change our home to topic 4. Okay, so now we are calling the topic 4. So now you will see, I will put something here. As soon as I'm typing, you see add topic is called again and again. And if I go here in the site, you will see topic is updated with the test 111. I can also put, for example, mango, and you will see my topic is updated with the Mango. Because whenever I'm trying to change, I'm updating the state variable in the Redux with the value which user has passed. Any question on this one? Okay, now as soon as user will click submit, I will I will call the another one action and then submit. So as soon as someone will call submit, I will just say dispatch action handle submit. I will not call this one. Okay, so whenever submit will call, we will call this action handle submit. Let's try to do this one. I'll refresh the page. So I'll here put mango. Now mango is in the topic. If you see topic, we have mango here. Let me click add topic. When I click add topic, we call the set topics. And if you see the set topic in the next state, topic has become empty and topic will become with the mango. Let's try to add one more apple. And now again I will call the add topic. As soon as I call add topic, you will see my topics is updated with the mango and apple, and this has become empty. Again, let's add cake, and if you see my state, its topics is mango, apple, cake, and we can go on adding it as much as we want. We have not used the variable from here to display, but right now we are trying to only add inside the Redux, and in the next lecture, we will see how to get this and display the results here on the page. So what we did today, we created two functions in the action. Count is not needed. We created two functions in the action, and each one has the type of what we are trying to do. Here we are setting the topics, here we are adding the topic, and when we are setting the topic, we pass a payload, but when we are setting these topics, we don't pass payload because it will automatically take from the state. This value is already in the state, so we don't need to pass it again. It will automatically take it from here. So in this case, action is not needed. Sometimes we don't need action, sometimes we need action. So, or keep it there for the consistency. But we take the previous value of topics, put the new value of the topic, and update the state variables. Any questions on this one? So what we did in the Redux, we created action and we saw how to use the action in component using dispatch. Created reducer functions which will be called based on type passed in dispatch, and all logic is written in reducer. Okay, so the logic, some logic maybe not all, and some logic is written in reducer. So some logic we write in action and some logic we write in reducer. So if someone asks in interview, where will you put the logic, in the action or in the reducer? So the general tendency is we have to put it in the reducer. Though everything cannot be put in reducer, some logic has to go in action. But if you have given chance, you should put more in reducer. Unless it is not possible in reducer, then you can put those in action. So this is what we are doing it. So why I created this demo file? Because when we will be doing the real world example, we'll go to the demo and see, we will copy the code from here and put it at appropriate place. So this demo file will help us in writing the code at different places. So this is just for dummy for understanding purpose. But the real thing comes here in the add topic, where we call the dispatch, and we put it in the Redux rather than in the local variable. So I always try to use the Redux in my practical code rather than putting in the here in this file. Sometimes people prefer the bigger things to put in the Redux, and they create some small local variables using the set state depending on their need. Okay, so sometimes they create the state variable for only small purpose, which is also fine. But it is up to you. If you can. It's always up to you. You can put everything in the Redux and just call the Redux from every component. Okay, any questions on this one? Okay, let me update this file. Okay, so this file I will put the so what we are doing. Redux toolkit. Whatever I showed you is in the Redux, which I was doing since 9 years. I'm doing this one. Redux toolkit came newly, and whatever we are doing here, there's a different way to do in the Redux toolkit. Okay, so whatever I did today, in few sessions, I will do same thing in the Redux toolkit. So you will get the idea how to do same thing in the Redux toolkit also. So if I have given chance to do my thing, I will prefer this method which I have shown you here, because this is too much customizable. I can do a lot of things customizable as I need. But with the Redux toolkit, I become little bit, my hands are tied based on their structure. So I will do same thing in the Redux toolkit also, uh, so that you will get idea of how to do same thing in the Redux toolkit and how to do the things here. So we will do same thing in the Redux toolkit also in the next class. So you will get idea of that. So this is the old way since long. Whenever the Redux came in real world, this is the way we are using it. With Redux toolkit, we have some changes, which we will see in the next class how to do in the Redux toolkit. Though store is calling the Redux toolkit, but there is special way to do same thing in the Redux toolkit. Okay, so as I created this action here, there is one more way in Redux toolkit to do the things, which we will see in the next time. Okay, okay. So just if you have any questions, you can ask me right now. I will keep this class only for Sunday. But if everyone is free on Saturday night also India time or US time Saturday morning, then I will keep Saturday, Sunday both days. So just have to tell me if we are free on Saturday also, I can keep the class. Okay, let's keep both for now. And if I don't see population, I will cancel the class. Okay, so let's have Saturday and Sunday same time, 10 o'clock US time in the morning and 10:30 in the night for India. Okay, so let's do it.